This is Dungeon Not Included, the actual play podcast for the adventurous listener.
And we're back, and we're wearing hats, which means this is another episode where one of us is sick or some other thing has occurred. So that means that we are going to be playing another session of Pasión de las Pasiones.
Yay! I'm excited about it.
As we recall last time.
I can't even remember last time. It was so long ago.
I know. Yeah. Oh my God.
As we remember, what happened last time was the shocking truth was revealed to Brutus, who was pretending to be Cesar.
Yes, Federico revealed that Octavia tricked the fans and Cesar into thinking that the show was bringing on Cesar as a new character, but it was not the case.
Mm-hmm.
But rather than what Federico thought he was revealing this to Cesar, he actually revealed it to Brutus. Mm-hmm. So, what is Brutus doing with that information is the question.
I mean, Brutus is a non-player character.
He is a non-player character.
Yeah. So I do want to say, too, something that didn't get said last time, but I just want to put it in there. I had to pick a condition to do that move. And because of, I think for what scenes are likely going to be coming up from this, I'm going to say that I'm putting Cesar on the defensive. I have a feeling that when it comes out that it's not the case, that's how he's going to act anyway. Either that or do we think righteous makes more sense for him?
I don't know. Both work so well.
Both work for exactly this situation. I think he's less defensive. He's going to be more of a reactive. Let's do that. Yeah, he's going to be reactive from now on. Perfect.
Oh, I didn't mention this last episode, but my final condition is lustful, which I just think it's really funny that Federico he was like, I don't know why I'm suddenly attracted to Cesar when Brutus is the one that I'm so admired for so long.
That's great.
I think what's amazing is that now if you become lustful, you have a meltdown. Like that's your
if you have to.
If I get another thing, then I have a meltdown. And the last thing I felt was lust.
I see.
We've all been there.
Now here's the question: are you lustful towards Cesar or Brutus?
I think Federico thinks he was lustful towards Cesar, but it was actually Brutus. So
that was actually because it was Brutus. Yes,
that's almost romantic.
I know. Even when he can't tell, he's still pining for Brutus.
Wow, that is adorable.
Oh my God! Who knew?
All right.
Could
so
be
the next scene will be with Cesar and Brutus, I think.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cesar.
Yes.
You are approaching the soundstage for the Rebels and the Dogs.
Perfect.
You are stopped by a couple of gentlemen who then say, your brother needs to speak to you.
But we're so close to, I mean, right now?
Yes, it's very important.
I mean, I know that I'm the new talent. The show we can't do this without him, but sure. Let's go. Where is he? Where's that brother mine?
Brutus is meeting you out back behind the soundstage. Where the dumpsters are.
Nice. I turn the corner and see him there, and I'm very excited, very happy. I run up and give him an embrace and say, I know we've had our differences over the years, We've tried to kill each other on more than one occasion. We've had affairs with each other's significant others, but one thing we haven't done yet is work together. And I'm just so very, very excited to have this opportunity. This is going to be big for us. I know it. And I give him
Brutus,
a hug.
as you say that, Brutus is kind of slightly turned away from you. You give him a hug. You can see him looking, down painedly, and then he turns to you and he says, Cesar, I need to tell you so that you don't embarrass yourself. The role does not exist. You're not on the show.
But no, of course I'm on the show. Octavia said I was.
Octavia doesn't work for the show.
Oh, I see how this is. Well, you're afraid I'm going to come up here and upstage you now, but you can't handle having me up there with you. This is just like when we were little. You couldn't even you were always trying to take away all the puppets so that I couldn't be a puppeteer because you knew that I was such a better puppeteer than you, and now you're doing it again with this show. I'm tired of this.
What a specific thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a flashback episode. Or it was in the previous episode, and it led to one of our almost deaths.
Yes.
Right. All right.
One of the times there was a third brother, but it was just an elaborate puppet.
Yeah, we were triplets at one point.
Remember the reveal that Brutus and Cesar were not actually triplets, but were in fact only twins.
And
I thought you were going to say that they were all puppets. They were puppets
the whole time.
Man, why can't this show be real?
All right. So, Alex, Cesar can do several things here. And
okay.
I think you could demand what you deserve, right?
Yes.
You could accuse him of lying.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could act with desperation.
Let's see, what are the things? I have to take a look at the move real quick because I don't know if accuse someone of lying is going to get me the results I want. What's the other one that you were saying I could try?
Demand what you deserve?
Yeah, demand what I deserve. I feel like that one I could theoretically maybe get this out of him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to try that one. So are they you offering something of value in return? No. Not at this point. Do they love you in this moment?
I think he does. I think he actually is worried about you embarrassing yourself.
Okay.
So that'll give you a +1 on the roll.
Okay. And then that's actually really sweet though, too, because that means that he may have gone in on the Federico thing in order to protect me. Like he knew something was up. Yeah, right. That's actually kind of sweet. All right, so I'm gonna get a +1 on this roll. I'm gonna do this now. 2d6, and then we just add 1, or is there a thing I have to hit for that? I forget.
Just add 1 to it.
Just add 1 afterwards. There's not really a button.
There it is.
Ooh, a 10. Nice.
There is a modifier button, but that means nothing. Thank you, roll for your party. Yes. Okay, 10.
So the way this works is the target chooses one of the options rather than you.
Okay.
But on a 10+, you get to remove one of the options.
All right. So you get to pick one, but I have to choose. I'm going to say. I'm going to remove that they refuse and escalate.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to say that you either have to, for those at home, that means that they either have to concede to me and clear a condition, or they run away and I get to take something from them.
Oh, I totally know what's going to happen.
Do it.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You accuse him of the puppets, and you can see the pain on his face, remembering the harm that he had done to you when he was a child, and he says, "All I was trying to do is protect you, Cesar. filming is off for the day, and he stalks off towards the bus stop.
Oh, well, what do I get to take from him in return?
The role.
The role.
His role on the show.
Oh, amazing! And
Hey, Mr. EA runs up to you and says, "Thank God you're here."
Yes.
yes,
Yes, you're wanted on set, Mr. Romero.
Technically
and
you.
he turns to the camera, or turns he does like an aside, looks back at the bus, and says, "The show must go on," and then walks off onto the soundstage.
I quit
Perfect.
this podcast. I'm good.
I wish this show was real. Like,
I want to see the hell out of. I want to watch this show.
I know.
So bad.
All right. So we need to get Octavia into this. You weren't even in the last episode.
I don't need anything. This is everything I've ever wanted. Oh man. All right. Yeah.
What was Octavia's last time on? Remind
I
us.
manipulated my name onto the lease of or whatever.
Yeah,
the
and that's
deed,
totally where they're filming today.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The location that Octavia owns, which you have used to manipulate yourself into watching the show. And aren't you the only one who can tell Brutus and Cesar apart?
I believe
That's
so. That's what I'm
correct.
scrolling for. I believe that's correct.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So as you're watching the filming, you realize that it's Cesar, not Brutus, on stage.
All right. Octavia is livid, gorgeous, regal, but livid. So she's in like a formal dress on a beach set or a beach location, and is watching the dailies. I guess like just a little bit closer than where maybe the general public is allowed to stand, because there has to be some mystery, or else like everyone knows that I own this place, and that's why I have access. So I'm watching the screen and I know exactly who it is, and my eye twitches a bit, and I think I wait for the first break, and then I try to approach.
Yeah, you approach
Brutus.
the chair that says Brutus on the back with Cesar sitting in it.
Yeah.
And Cesar and Brutus are, played by the same actor, but it is always clear to the audience of the show which one is which.
Right.
Unless it's not. And
Unless
then
unless it's a surprise reveal, yes.
Yeah. Like in the
this
last
case,
episode, their hair was like different when they walked out of the office or whatever.
Yeah. Brutus, may I speak to you for a moment? I snap my fingers at Cesar, like, Brutus, may I speak to you for a moment?
Yes. Hi. Yes.
If you're going to take part in the charade, you might as well remember your name.
Charade, what are you talking about?
Cesar, I've known you for far too long, and I can pluck you out of any crowd. And you're not your brother. Thank goodness. What are you doing?
You mean my brother, the one who has a job on this show?
Yes, a job that you are his understudy now?
Oh, there's no understudy here at all. This is my job now.
It's your job for as long as Brutus is drunk or on a bender or out finding a floozy or whatever it is he's doing. But as soon as he comes back, you will have lost this role and have no choice but to continue as a walk-on.
If he comes back.
No, Cesar, you can't possibly be thinking foul play.
I am not thinking that at all. He seemed very much not interested in coming to set today when he got on that bus and went in the opposite direction.
My dear, think of it this way. If he does return, or even if he doesn't, if you've done the greatest job of acting you've ever done before, who will take the credit for it? It'll be in his name, in his memory. People will just think Brutus did it, not you. You deserve more than this.
I deserve a lot. And I've learned now that if I'm going to take it, if I'm going to have it, I need to take it myself.
Do what you need to do for the rest of this day, but come to my room afterwards and we'll discuss what options you have. I think you need some time alone, away from your brother, and it's perhaps good that he's on this prolonged journey, this prolonged bus journey. But don't let this last for more than a day without speaking with me. Please. I have always been your greatest fan.
Well, you have always had my back. It's this might be the first time that I've ever felt you stab me in it.
How could I have ever stabbed you in the back?
What job do I have on this set?
We've discussed this. You're the perfect fit for the role of the promised twin. It's in the source material. They'll get to it eventually once they run out of padding.
What makes I have no indication that this is actually happening. In fact, I heard from Brutus that there is no role, that role has not even been potentially written yet. Do we even know that they're going to even touch on that aspect of the source material, or are you just making this up? Do we not know that? Do we know whether they're going to even have me play that role, or not just have Brutus play both characters?
Oh, because Brutus can't play one character, and he's jealous of you, and that's the reason why he told you those horrible things. I mean, how can he possibly have knowledge that they won't cast you? I don't understand. This seems like, frankly, this doesn't seem like either of you. This doesn't seem like you or your idiot brother. Who's been whispering in your ear? Your collective ears. The 4 of ears. All 4 ears.
All 4 years.
Who is the puppet master pulling the strings?
I have a feeling I know. And then I look up to where the hotel is, and there's a major zoom into the window.
Federico is looking down on the set.
I'm sorry, the puppet master thing just made me laugh because of the puppet.
There's a you know the writers were
be the puppet master, but I've
writers,
only ever been the puppet.
The writers were high-fiving over Mountain Dew, going, "Yes! Oh, we brought the puppets back in."
Oh my god, so much! Yeah,
I'm so proud of it.
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I need to do.
I don't think this is a move. No, I think you're. The conversation was good enough. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think this is actually a good place to end this episode.
Yeah.
I agree.
With the zoom in on Federico,
who is standing in his office holding a glass of brandy and smiling down onto the set.
That's right.
I feel like Octavia got away with a lot.
Oh yeah.
Just being like, no.
See, this is why I wanted Cesar on my side, because I feel like Cesar betraying Octavia would.
But you have Brutus on your side.
Yeah,
that's true.
That is the actual outcome of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sexy Brutus.
Honestly, I just think Federico and Octavia are just manipulating both brothers and just making out with it. It's easy.
Yeah,
This is not a
exactly.
good- I don't like this at all.
I wasn't thinking about.
Hopefully, there's more making out in the future,
Right,
and
right.
it does involve the brothers, like so.
Yeah.
What I didn't think about until now too is like when I was saying like why couldn't they just have Brutus play both characters? Like that's absolutely what's happening on this show. Is
It's one actor. It's one actor.
Well, that's the thing, is like, why would they do that? And it's like,
Yeah.
That makes no sense at all. You got twins. You have to cast twins.
Yeah.
Oh my
Obviously.
well, this is a prestige drama. I don't think they would do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
fun.
gosh.
So if you like this, send, I don't know, vacation vouchers to our home addresses. And then we'll take more time off and play more games. This is not
Our
hopeful.
home
Sounds really
addresses
weird.
are included in the ARG that we
Yeah.
have been setting up this whole time.
That's right.
Mhm.
And do keep in mind that you do have to find the ARG clues in these episodes in the order they were recorded, which is another ARG clue.
It's ARGs within ARGs.
Yeah.
Very little actual podcasting happens.
Right, that's right.
There's not even any actual play. These are all just ARG clues.
Everything we're doing is scripted down to the T. It's ridiculous. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.